Hi guys, welcome to my watch along to the Tuscan Grand Prix this um, uh, today. So I'm a bit late. Had to try and rush and still eating my lunch. So yeah, I do apologise for that. Um, Big news, obviously in F1. Uh, Aston Martin are taking over Racing Point, and um, they will be also gaining Sebastian Vettel. With Lance Stroll, his dad as also basically the principal and owner of the team, means probably, excuse me, probably means that Perez is going to lose his seat unless he can find somewhere else. So yeah, but uh, that's the big news in terms of Vettel going from Ferrari to Aston Martin, which I think will be racing basically Racing Point this year, but now as Aston Martin. And um, hi, Marcus. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I'm still eating my lunch at the minute, but yeah, it should be a good game. Good race today. Very high speed circuit. But also developing news about Max Verstappen's car is that they're having trouble with it on the grid, and yeah, whether that means that he will be able to start the race, we don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. As the race is about to start, well, formation lap. It's about to start within 10 minutes, something like that. Do you think Ferrari? What do you think of the Ferrari livery and qualifying? Uh, I like the color of the Ferrari, and um, obviously you've had brighter, you've had darker. I think last year was more of a tangy orange, but it's just yeah. I mean, it's Ferrari's Ferrari, and I've been a Schumacher fan when I first started watching F1, and yeah, and I like the color. I really do like the color, but unfortunately, if the car produces and performs as power um, and performs just as good as it looks, then we wouldn't be sitting here saying Hamilton's going to win the title. We'd be sitting here be one of the Ferrari drivers, but um, Leclerc again in qualifying um, outdone Vettel. I can't believe he managed to pull fifth out of that car. To be honest, it's funny how he manages to get fifth, but yet Vettel, the four-time world champion, can only manage 14th, I believe. Um, big, yeah, and as much as it is a major name in Formula One, and it should not be lost because it's been there since the start. They still have to share out the prize giving, right? But yeah, I can't get the link. There's the link on Twitch. It's also in the video description. So if you guys want to join in, I'll try again on YouTube. Try one more time. Yes, there you go. If you want to join the watch along, Marcus, or anyone watching in the chat, feel free to. Um, just quickly let us know, can you hear the TV or not as well? Just we should have a guest coming on soon. Anyway, Vettel like a good rear in his car, like his yeah. I mean that Red Bull of 2010 onwards, like you couldn't beat it for rear downforce. Like you knew when you went to circuits like probably Mugello where you want good rear downforce. I can't hear the good. So I don't get done for copyright. So there you go. This is a fact. Scuderia Team Ferrari was founded Enzo Ferrari in 1929. Right, in 70 years, they have won 16 constructors' titles, 15 drivers' championships, and achieved 258 Formula One Grand Prix victories. The most successful team in Formula One, Ferrari, celebrating today at Mugello in Italy. Right, the the their 1000th Grand Prix. Sorry, forgive me if I'm a bit slow. But wouldn't it be fantastic? It would probably be a fairy tale story for Ferrari if Leclerc turned that qualifying performance into a victory. Right, that would be like it's meant to be. But at the minute, it's the two. It's 2 by 2 for the first 4 rows. Then comes Leclerc in fifth, Stroll sixth, Perez seventh, Ricciardo eighth, Carlos Sainz ninth, Esteban Ocon 10th. Obviously, Hamilton got pole, Bottas second, Verstappen third, Albon fourth. 11th, 12th, Norris and Kvyat, Raikkonen, and then Vettel in 14th. Grosjean and then Gasly, last race winner. Giovinazzi, George Russell, 17th and 18th. And bringing up the rear, on the rear side of the grid, Nicholas Latifi and Kevin Magnussen. So that's your grid for today's Grand Prix. And as it says on the F1 app, we are 1 minute and counting right to the start of the race. Well, start of the race, I'd say start of the formation lap. Right, that's technically the start of the race because it's say like if you're in wet conditions, and it has to be start behind the safety car, you then have to start like you have to start in that you basically start the race from there because you're doing the warm up laps in behind the safety car. So yeah, as much as like the race goes out after the race starts after the 5 lights go out, the drivers it really starts right as soon as they leave that grid because right they want to try and make sure they got the right clutch point on the formation lap, the right try and lay down a bit of rubber on their side of the grid so they've got good enough traction off the line. And it's 2 and the drivers are away on their formation lap. Right, so a lot of the drivers on the soft tyre, obviously the top 10, have to start on the tyre they set their fastest time in qualifying 2. So the pit stop strategy looks like a one stop, but then that could change due to the amount of the temperatures are quite high. It's very hot out there. So as we see, the drivers' points: Hamilton 164, Bottas 117, Verstappen 110. Then it's Stroll, then Norris tied on fourth, Albon in sixth, Leclerc seventh, Gasly eighth after that win, Sainz ninth, Ricciardo 10th, and Vettel in 13th with just 16 points. How is who? Oh, you mean who is going to win? If everything goes to plan for Hamilton off the line, it could be Hamilton. It also depends on the tyre temperatures as well. Because if the tyre temperatures were like, if the temperatures are like what they were like in what am I trying to think? The anniversary Grand Prix, the 70th anniversary Grand Prix in Silverstone. If it's like that, then the Mercedes could struggle if they're pushed by Red Bull. And what's helpful for Red Bull is they've got both drivers on the second row. Yeah, but yeah. So, but the fact that you've got both Red Bulls behind the two Mercedes could really measure up to quite a strategic battle, especially if one of those Red Bull drivers gets in between the two Mercedes. Because I think if the two Mercedes get past turn one and they're both first and second, in whatever order, they can control the race. They'd have a better control of it. Lined up on the grid. Green flag. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lights out. And it's a great start by Valtteri Bottas. Great start by Bottas. Right. They're all swarming around Hamilton. Hamilton will hold second position. But hang on. Leclerc's third. Leclerc's third, and there's a massive shunt. There's a massive shunt, and there will be a yellow flag. And it's Verstappen. Max Verstappen is out of this race. Wow. Now, sure. I'll tell you what, if all the starts are going to be like this at Mugello, they should put this on the calendar permanently. Albon, yeah, had a brilliant qualifying, but he's had a really poor start. Well, I say a poor start. Yeah, he's had a poor start because they've managed to get Leclerc in front of the two Red Bulls. After such a positive qualifying, it's all gone downhill for Red Bull. Absolute disaster. Right. And right. Grosjean tangled with Gasly. Vettel's got a broken front wing. And then what happens? Four abreast, and like one of the Alphas takes out Verstappen at the back. My God, that's what drama at the start of this Grand Prix. Here we go. Verstappen having a go at everyone because he's been shunted. It's called Formula One. It's called turn one, turn two, turn three. Right? That's what happens in Formula One, mate. Right? And let's not forget, right, you're also the same driver who blatantly ignore yellow flags, do unsafe releases into people's path and nearly collecting people in the pit lane. Right? And in 2018, you couldn't go past one Grand Prix without having a shunt. Right? So, so I'd be very I'd wind your neck in because like you've been the culprit of one of these. So Vettel trying to get out of the way of the McLaren that was spun in the middle of the road. So after lap one, where is Gasly? I'll let you know in a minute. I think Gasly has had to go into the pits because he definitely had a broken front wing. But Bottas leads, Hamilton second, Leclerc amazing starting third, Albon fourth, Stroll fifth, Ricciardo sixth, Perez seventh, Lando Norris eighth, Kvyat ninth, Ocon 10th, Russell 11th. Gasly is out. Gasly, I'm sorry, Marcus. Gasly is out. Okay. Yeah, Gasly is out along with Verstappen in this Grand Prix. Vettel's now at the back of the grid. And I think Verstappen had an engine. I think Verstappen just didn't get anywhere. I think he's the problem that they've had on the grid as bogged down for Hamilton. Max was alongside him for a minute and then just disappeared. Right, we'll see. Red Bull, Verstappen gets away, and yeah, the Verstappen just drops away. It just went backwards. So I think he's had that issue on the grid has cost him. Uh, yeah, he's got a problem. Yeah, Verstappen, I think, was going to end up retiring from the Grand Prix anyway. Right, and then Raikkonen hits the back of him. Right, and he can have a go and moan all he wants. In the end, right, even the most experienced drivers will have an accident. I right, it's called Formula One for a reason. Right, and you used to do that quite often during a Grand Prix. Right, and yeah, so for me, wind your neck in because you ain't perfect either. Good commentary, Stephen. I used to watch F1 on the BBC years ago. Now I don't follow F1 much. However, your commentating on the race makes it sound interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you. I try my best. Right. it's never been the same commentary since Murray Walker retired. All right. It's go, go, go. So Russell's just had to report back to the pits saying that he hasn't pitted, but he's reported saying his car's on literally like fire, so he must be boiling in the cockpit. But he is 11th. Doesn't seem to be a problem. But yeah, I think Verstappen lost, I think, something towards the engine or the turbo, or I think it's more the energy recovery system, because he just so once he needed more power, that was it, and bang, ouch. Gasly probably should have backed out of that corner. Now looking at it at Gasly's point of view, we could see, we could see. Oh, I forgot what to say. But from Gasly's view, it looked like that he should have pulled out a little bit earlier. And because of that, he's hit Raikkonen. And because he's hit Raikkonen, he's then rebounded into Romain Grosjean, I believe. And then Raikkonen with no downforce because he's hit Gasly, has then gone into the back of Verstappen because he's got no grip, front downforce to slow the car down. So, but yeah, what a start, eh? And probably still a lot of issue to clear up in a minute. But yeah. Plus, by the way, I'll do this again. As you probably know from the last streams, but I'm going to put it on there anyway. There is a Just Giving page I've set up. Yeah, Just Giving page I've set up. Tune in and give what you can to Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Right, and I believe we've got on the stream Mr. DJ, Mr. Fury.
Hi, brother. You good?
Yeah, you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, you seen the start of this?
No, I missed the first 3 laps. I'm 4th lap now.
You missed out on drama, mate. Right,
Oh my
Verstappen
gosh.
already had an issue off the start.
Yeah.
Well, because they were trying to solve a problem on the grid.
Yeah.
It clearly didn't solve the problem because
Oh my
he
god.
got into turn one. Leclerc managed to get round into third, but then by the look of it, it's a tanglement between Verstappen, Raikkonen, Gasly,
Oh my god.
which then ended up Sainz spinning, tried to take avoiding action, which meant he's got to do another pit stop. He's already had to do another pit stop for a new front wing. But Bottas is first and Hamilton second. Hamilton
I
just
can't
didn't
believe that.
get away that he wanted.
And I'm shocked. I'm shocked that gadget's out. One last week. He's out already.
Yeah,
I'm
I
shocked.
think, yeah. Well, that's what happened in the midfield. I don't get why you shocked me, because
Yeah.
like it is that right, as much as they've done well to win that Grand Prix,
Yeah.
right, they're, they're not the AlphaTauri are not the strongest package. They're a midfield team,
Yeah.
right? They just made the most of the opportunity that was presented to them last week.
So yeah, yes, very true. I agree with you.
If you'd given it a couple more laps, it would have been McLaren that would have won that Grand
Of
Prix,
course. Yeah. Very true.
right? Because they're faster. So, right, and if you're in the midfield pack going into a chicane like there, you're asking for it.
So true. Yeah.
Just by the way, do you watch F3 or F2? Yes, I do at times. Oh, hello. Oh, there's a massive shunt. There's a massive shunt. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow, stop, stop, stop. That was ridiculous. He's backed him up so much, he's caused an accident on the pit straight.
Oh my gosh.
How has he played it perfectly? He's put half the grid in the wall.
Yeah. Who's taking it?
Right? They don't just spin off on the straight for no reason.
Of course. Yeah.
Right? That's just unbelievable. Right? Was it 1998 was the last time I saw someone spin off on a straight and collect off the field with him? But that
Oh
was in the
gosh.
rain and fog
Yeah.
of Spa. But they were going down the pitch straight, and it was about to cross the line, and he still hadn't bolted.
Yeah. Not good.
And it weren't like he's going to worry about DRS, because you don't get DRS
Yeah. So true.
for the next 2 laps. Right? But yeah, I'll try and get more information as I can, Mark. Because, right, but there's he's backed them up so much that the back of the grid can't, like, hasn't anticipated how, Jesus. There you go, Grosjean making it perfectly clear. See, look, he's backed them up so much, right? And the front of them has tried to bolt. The back, thinking that they're have gone, right? Then they realise they ain't bolted us. And then, oh, Jesus. That's what happens when you bolt and then brake like that on the middle of a straight. That is, I'm sorry, Bottas should be getting a penalty for that.
Of course, isn't it?
That is dangerous. That is
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
yeah. Who was backing them up?
Sorry.
It was Bottas who did it.
By the thoughts. Yeah.
It's another red flag, right? But
Yeah.
because half the grid have had to brake on the straight, the rest of the back of the grid haven't anticipated it, right? And because they're on the pit straight, thinking that they've got to go. Because of that, now look, TV, Magnussen, Giovinazzi, and Sainz are now all out of this race.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if Bottas doesn't get a penalty for that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Then it's a farce, right? They can get rid of their fucking safety messages, because that's ridiculous. That's why you don't accelerate and brake, accelerate and brake.
but they, but
This race
so
is mad. Yeah, it is, mate. It is already. And we ain't even past lap 8. Right?
yeah,
Fuck it.
trust me.
Let's put this on the calendar.
Yeah,
Right? Who needs? Right? We'll call it the Tuscan Grand Prix from now on. You used to have 2 races in Italy. And
yeah.
one. We used to have Imola, which we're going to, which they're going to at some point this year.
But I should get some should get some points deducted. You know,
Yeah,
deducted. He must do.
he must.
Of course, it's like a look. It's gone mad, Cojon. It's gone mad.
Yeah, I'll be going fucking mad.
Of course.
Honestly, mate, he don't mince his words, and I'll be
No,
going mad
no.
as well.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, buddy. Stay positive, my man. Thank you, mate. Right. This is one of my coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
In
Cool.
F1. Right. It's better than sometimes watching Arsenal.
But Wednesday.
What?
Wednesday.
What, yesterday?
Yeah, one Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was just half of it is Fulham, half of it
Yeah.
is the fact that with it was just a well good managed performance.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what's going to get me here? What are they going to do in terms of race strategy? Well, on lap 9.
So do you think Pupas will do the same thing again? Move around, up around, side.
Well, it's too early to make a pit stop if it
Yeah.
was under normal conditions. So for me, I'd change my tyres to a mediums.
Yeah.
Right.
Who? Lucia.
Well, yeah, it depends how they want to play it. I mean,
I'm Hampton.
yeah.
Yeah, so true. So true, yeah.
See, look, I don't know what. Hang on. Hang on a minute. In Formula One, I'm just gonna. It's now under investigation.
Good,
But right,
good.
no, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
when right, Miss Fury,
Yeah.
just turn that down a little bit.
Sorry.
It's coming through.
Yeah. Sorry.
Fuck.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better. Fucking hell.
1, 2, 6 cars have gone out. Wow.
Yeah.
It's fucking mad.
How,
It's mad.
how out behind are you?
I'm on flat 9. Flat 9. I'm on lap 9. Yourself?
I'm stopped on lap 9.
Yeah.
Lap 8. Right. Oh my fucking.
And Vettel
Bottas is lucky. Bottas,
yeah.
no, I'm sorry. Bottas is fucking lucky. There's a fucking halo. Right. Now, the first incident is no further action. Get
Yeah.
that? Because it's turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. It's the first lap. Right? You got to get it. Right? But that, I'm sorry, Sainz had literally the underside of his Alfa Romeo on his halo. right, like I said, Bottas is extremely lucky that we've got the halo. But even then, right, what I don't get is that in the rules it states you can overtake on a restart after you've passed the safety car line. After the first safety car line, right? Right? But yeah, like I said, is that you can overtake once you've gone past the safety car line.
Yeah.
So why weren't they doing it when he was coming up to the start finish straight? Beggars belief. But
Definitely.
I'm just yeah. I'm scared of Bottas being stupid at Imola. Yeah, well, at least we haven't got the famous Tamburello corner flat out this time. Right? They've got the freeway chicane that's redesigned. And then there's chicane where Ratzenberger went off. I'm sorry, but it's a slam dunk. Oh, I'm sorry, James Bowers. You can say that all you want. Like he's trying to explain to Bottas what's happened behind him, right? But I'm sorry.
Boy should get some points deducted. He's very dangerous driving.
Yeah, and Marcus, you made a valid point. It is so safe now. God knows what it would have been like if it's very. I would have dread to think what would have happened if it was back in Senna's era,
Yeah.
right? Right. So watching the back of Bottas here. Right. Yeah. Well, Bottas could say that they were having the accident beforehand. Fury?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They could say that they were having this accident before he got going.
Yeah.
But if you're going right up to the line and the guys behind you can only see the floor and the green panels, right, on the start finish straight, they're going to expect you to go.
Of course.
Fury, you're not in the toilet, are you?
No.
Right, don't do what Claude did.
No. I was having having some strawberries. Sorry. I was watching them. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that mistake. That's
Yeah,
Claude did.
please don't.
Never.
Right. If you do, just mute the bloody thing. But yeah, hi Steve. Yeah, I'm doing okay for now. I've got to see the surgeon on Monday, and well, the guy in charge, who me and him are like that. So we'll have to wait and see what if he can come up with a magical solution. But if not, then we'll find someone else. As Hamilton says, still our eyes, never give in, never give up.
So true.
No, red flag, Bottas leading, Hamilton second, Leclerc third, Albon fourth, Stroll fifth, Ricciardo sixth, Perez seventh, Norris eighth, Kvyat ninth, Ocon 10th, Russell 11th.
Wow, the car is badly damaged.
Raikkonen 12th, Vettel 13th, Grosjean 14th. And the drivers now out are the GP Magnussen, Giovinazzi, Sainz, Verstappen, Gasly.
One crazy race. Bloody on lap 9. Bloody hell. Crazy.
What?
Crazy race.
Yeah, Urban goes, yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping he comes up with something, but part of me thinks it's just going to be wait and see. But if you want to show even more support and help, please go to this page and donate what you can to Children's Liver Disease Foundation. I'm debating whether to keep it on one more week or whether to stop it after today, because today is the end of transplant week. It's been all week this week. So
Keep it on for 1 week.
yeah, and I think there might be stuff to do in the meantime.
Yeah.
If not, then I mean, £611 will mean so much to the charity, right? £611, right? All right, it's not the £1,000 target, but that was just the random target I set. That I hope to achieve, but 611 will give those families respite, right? Will give them the guidance they need, support the kids that go through all this, and also research. Most important, research. I did last week. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh,
How far is
I love this. This is only lap what?
9?
Lap 9.
Yeah.
And we ain't doing anything.
Exactly. 50 more laps to go.
Yeah, we could be here for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So how far is Lewis from Bottas? How far is the distance?
Stephen, I think you will beat this liver thing, and you. Well, if I've helped you get through some bad time yourself, then that's what this channel's about, right? And everyone needs their support. And yeah, I'm glad I could help. In terms of me, this I'm gonna be probably having issues all my life, to be honest. This is probably someone I'm gonna be fighting all my life with. So, what's that? But yeah, this liver thing, it might stop up after this, after they hopefully sort this out, if they can find a way. But it probably means I'd have to stay. Anything, anything. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and see if I can. Right. I think for me, beating the liver thing is going to uni, going to see an accident again. But yeah, I mean, in terms of beating the liver thing, it's for me beating it is being able to going to uni, doing my degree, and basically just living the normal everyday life that everyone else gets to. Fury, what is that sound going off all the time?
What?
Like, last two times it's been like that.
Oh,
See, there you go.
those are not are
You ever
notifications.
like that? Sit down, like put it on mute, right,
Yeah.
and just chill and watch the Grand Prix.
Hmm?
Like you're older man house, mate. Like
Yes, I am
yeah,
sorry.
do you do this during the football?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Mate, just take a chill pill. Everything can wait. Just
Of course, so
like
true, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Oh,
sit down and like take a chill
yeah,
pill.
of course, I'll do it right now.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to look this up because I swear it's you've got to wait for the safety car line, not the start finish straight.
Yeah.
Right? Unless they change the rules. Um, safety car restart. Oh, they've changed it this year.
Are they?
Beforehand, you could, yeah. Back in uh, before last year, you could do it the overtake before, well, no, after the safety car line, the first safety car line. Now, if that was the case here, it would have stopped this. Obviously. What is that horn? Seriously? But yeah, but they've changed it this year, so this means that it's gone back to the old way of you start you can't overtake until the start-finish line. And the race is to restart at 2:55 p.m. our
4
time.
minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes.
So that will be fully charged. Right. Just making sure my laptop was still plugged in and working. Right, so well, race is gonna restart. Fury,
Yeah.
is that horn? That horn's got to be you.
What?
There's a horn that keeps going off.
Oh, those are my notifications.
Yeah, mute it, mate.
Muted, yeah.
Yeah.
I can mute it.
Well, you're on your phone, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you just what phone you got?
I've got Samsung S7.
Oh, 7.
Yeah.
Well, just drag it down,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
And
yes.
down, press mute.
I've seen it. Mute, yeah, mute. Yes, I mute it now. Mute it. Yeah, right. Thank
There you
you.
go.
Yeah.
Right. I was glad you said Samsung because if you said friggin' iPhone, I wouldn't be able to help you. I
No,
don't get how they get to work that thing.
I hate iPhones. They're so complicated.
What gets me about iPhone is that they don't synchronize with everyone else.
No, not at all.
Right. About they're just about to do the restart and come out of pit lane. I'm just gonna quickly get rid of this. I'll be back to you. If there's any comments, just read them out.
Okay.
Right. Back.
No messages at all.
No mess. That's okay. I'll just go quickly send another text to my mum.
Okay.
Right. I'll send money over. So they're lining back up on the grid.
Yeah.
About to do a second standing start.
Come on, Lewis.
Go on. He's got a slipstream.
Come on, Lewis.
He's got a slipstream. He's going to go around the outside. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead.
Yes.
What's a move around the
Yes.
outside and now into the chicane. Play the slipstream to perfection.
Of course.
Absolutely beautiful start by Lewis Hamilton. Right. Absolutely brilliant.
You got
There's been loads.
a message there.
Hold on. There's been loads. Is it on BT Sport nowadays? No, it's on Sky F1.
F1, yeah.
Yeah. The halo is in the overlap between the eyes. Did you see Arsenal win the league 2004? Yes, I did. But we're not talking about Formula One. We'll talk about Formula One for this stream in a minute. Right, as Lance Stroll closes on Leclerc, but we'll have to just wait a little bit. Right, but Leclerc now up to third in this Grand Prix. Right, Stroll fourth, Perez sixth, fifth, Ricciardo sixth, Albon seventh, Norris eighth, Kvyat ninth, Raikkonen 10th, Russell 11th, Vettel 12th, and 13th is, look at that, the state of Hamilton's brakes off the start. He made sure his brakes were hot. You're more than welcome. And actually, there's an app you can get, the Formula One TV app, and it's I think £9 a month. If you subscribe to that for £9 a month, you should be able to get F1 live TV on your phone or on the laptop. But you definitely get it on your phone on the app. If you paid £9 a month. Russell is in the points. George Russell has just overtaken Raikkonen And Williams is in the points.
Good.
All right. And already there's a 2-second lead between Hamilton and Bottas, despite Bottas having the fastest lap.
No.
The BBC has lost the monopoly on so many. It's because,
Just
you know what? The BBC are so outdated because, like, you have to get a TV license just to have a TV in your fucking home because
yeah.
of them. Right? Whereas if they just did adverts, right? Same as every other TV company. But yeah, if the BBC did adverts, we wouldn't have this freaking issue and actually make more money, to be honest, doing it that way. But unfortunately, Sky and the big players have got more money than anything. So what can you do? Oh, hammer time. Oh, did it again. So it's just, yeah, that is me performing the worst hammer time you've ever heard in your life.
Okay.
Enter reference. Um, just sorting this out. Bear with me, just 2 seconds. Right, back and all right. Bottas has brought it back down to 1.5 seconds from Hamilton. But the biggest loser out of all of this has been um, Red Bull.
Yeah,
It looks
Petrol.
promising to be a real tactical scrap between Mercedes and Red Bull. But and but speaking of Red Bull, the former Red Bull driver Ricardo has just got past Perez for fifth. A massive, powerful DRS system for this Grand Prix. But yeah, the big losers out of this is really, I feel, with Red Bull because they were third and fourth. Yeah, one car probably had thermal damage already before they even got going. But even Albon has dropped back, and there's no sort of. I don't see him catching and overtaking them anytime soon. But like I said, it's only lap 15.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go. I agree. The government and the BBC are looking to change the TV license. Maybe payment. Yeah, well, like I said, is that it's outdated. Right? The reason it doesn't get sporting events is because they don't get the revenue streams that Sky and everyone else do. And Lance Stroll trying to go on the outside of Leclerc. He'll try to cut back. But Leclerc places it perfectly in the chicane. And whilst that's happening, Vettel goes right round the outside of Raikkonen. So, and again, Bottas has brought the gap down to 1.2 seconds. So, Hamilton can't sit there. Yeah, so Mercedes can't, Hamilton can't just sit on his laurels at the minute.
Can't.
As we see a replay of Vettel going right round the outside of turn one to overtake his former teammate Raikkonen. Stephen, what happens if I do nothing with my life for the whole of my life? No education.
It'll be very hard for you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've always been the person that I want to. Yeah, I get certain sort of um benefit, some sort of stuff that benefits me because I'm ill. But I've always been the person that wants to go out and not. It'd be very boring. Trust me. I've sat within these four walls, on the four walls of my home, day after day. I nowhere to go, and it is boring. It's not nice. My mates used to. At high school, I missed the whole year 11. And the whole year 11, my mates were going, "Oh, you must be loving it, you, because like you're away from like school." I'm like, and I hate it, like because it wasn't because of the treatment I was having at home. It was
Yeah.
the fact that I could go and socialize and do what I want to do. Like, and if you work hard in life, you get to do things you want to do.
Of
That's
course.
what I
So
always believe in, and that's what I've always been taught.
yeah, so true.
If you have the F1 game, you should have uh you should have discount or free for like a month. Do you? Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But again, thanks for the comments. Keep the comments coming in. Right. Um, After the last 18 laps, who do you think's going to win? Right. Who do you think's going to be the top three now? So Ricardo now closing in on Leclerc. So Leclerc, despite the quali lap, despite the despite these quali lap, despite everything, it looks like Ricardo's going to get right round the outside, and he does into turn one. And Renault power outdoes the Ferrari power.
Seriously.
Yeah. And here we go again. Ferrari falling down the order, and now he's got Albon for company. And I'm sure Albon will get in on the next lap round turn one. By the way, guys, if you want to come on, if you want to come on, yeah, there's the link if you want to come on and join in with the show. Whilst Albon looks for, I'll come back to the comment in a minute, and Albon just breezes past the Ferrari. Right, and yeah, the DRS making it a bit artificial in terms of overtaking because it's very powerful here. But again, the Leclerc is just falling backwards. How is your condition right now? I am enjoying the F1. I'm glad to hear you enjoying the F1. And I'm hoping I'm making it enjoyable for you. My condition at the minute is they can't do any surgery on me at the minute because for surgery you need to have central lines. For major surgery, you need central lines in, which give you multiple access, so you can have all the stuff they need to keep you alive. And unfortunately, they've used all that access up, so they can't do the surgery that I need or I want to have to be able to solve this problem. And speaking of which, hello, Marcus.
Hello.
Hello, Marcus.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm not watching. I can't watch the F1, but I'm listening to you.
Oh, I'll try and describe it the best way I can, mate. But yeah, from what I've described, what do you think about the first 21 laps?
I think Bottas is just. He definitely caused that.
Yeah,
I've seen a clip of it, so
Of course, of course, of course.
yeah. I mean, he should get punished for that.
yeah, because in the rules
100%.
it states
100%.
in the rules it states you can control the pace as long as you're not accelerating and braking, accelerating and braking. Now, whether they've seen that or not, I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like they've seen that. Oh, he's gone. But yeah, I don't know whether they've seen it or not, but we'll have to wait and see. By the look of it, it doesn't look like he's gonna get a punishment. But which is strange in my mind. So Leclerc's pitted and fallen to the back of the grid. So yeah, as Hamilton crosses the line, start lap 23. Leclerc has pitted for the hards, trying something different by the look of it because they're falling backwards. Ferrari again, absolutely falling backwards. But also, whilst you're there, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you are watching this, smash a like on the button. Smash that like button. Sorry, right.
Subscribe.
Yeah, and subscribe if you're new. It all helps go towards awareness of the channel, which gives awareness to the charity that I'm volunteering for. So, but yeah, this last lap, Bottas 3/10 faster. Right, so Mercedes trading sector times between each other. And I'm wondering whether they're going to let them race or they're going to let or whether they just hold station given what's happened in the last 24 laps. Now on Stroll, who's in third place. Ricardo trying to chase him down in fourth. It's first, and the astonishing fact is we've gone on recently about the hybrid era and how reliability is compared to the old days of Formula One. Right, and we're sitting here watching this Grand Prix, and there's only 13 runners remaining.
Yeah, crazy.
Right, just shows what you need to cause these days to get that many cars off the race circuit. But yeah, we don't obviously want to see mass. If anyone sits there and says, "I don't want to see an accident in F1," you're lying, right? You always want to see it, but yeah, you don't want to see people getting hurt. Hi, are you back again?
Yeah, sorry. It died. My phone died. So
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I was good. I was trying to ask you, given what I've described the last 25 laps, how do you find it?
I'm a bit disappointed because I'm kind of like I support like Red Bull and AlphaTauri, and I'm a bit disappointed with Gasly and Verstappen going out.
Yeah, I think Verstappen would have gone out anyway. To be honest,
I think so.
he had an issue on the grid,
Maybe a
and
new
by the
gearbox or
start, he got
something.
swamped. So
What else?
yeah, but in terms of everything else, yeah, I'm surprised Bottas has not been pulled over for it.
And Leclerc's done well.
Yeah, Leclerc did really well at the start. He's obviously had to drop. He's had to pit since then because he was starting to drop off. Because Stroll got past him. Yeah, Stroll got past him. Ricardo got past him. So yeah, he's ended up boxing or pitting to give something different. And speaking of Leclerc, he's just got past Roman Grosjean running outside. Yeah.
And Ferrari strategy though.
Yeah,
strategy.
I think Ferrari are damned if you do, damned if you don't.
True.
right? But let me just read out some of the comments here. Who's in the lead? If
Hamilton.
I George Connor, I know it is. It's Lewis Hamilton. And Stephen, my face feels weak, cheekbones sticking out. Can't smile properly, asymmetrical face. Do you what condition I might mate, I'd love to sit here and say I've got the magic answer, but I I know about my health. I know about my condition. But in terms of working at other people's condition, in terms of liver condition or heart condition, I can't help. Um, Only just sort of general basic sort of knowledge that you learn in hospital. But I hope the doctors do come up with it, something and it gets better. So my thoughts go out to you. Ayrton Senna's crash is etched in our memories. Yeah, I was born October that year. Um, so until Jules Bianchi, I never actually saw someone actually die in an F1 car. But the safety standards now, like at least one thing with his I'm trying to think. Along as we might have lost the talent as such as Ayrton Senna, and he might have stopped Schumacher winning so many titles in '94 and '95 in particular. But at least the sport is now a lot safer because of it. And the fact is that a lot of the safety standards that these cars go through, just hang on, or Raikkonen does get away, but Raikkonen's just had an appalling stop there. Absolutely appalling stop. So something tells me there's a further issue with that Alpha. But yeah, at least with Ayrton Senna's crash is that the sport is a lot safer, and the safety standards they use now to test these cars to make sure they live up to scratch is that like the like you get the crash dummies that all cars have to go through, like in the general sort of market. That's been developed because Formula One that decided to make it that scientific. There's actually a documentary film called One Life on the Limit, and I suggest honestly to watch that because it just shows how they've managed to fight to get the safety to where it is now.
I mean, even F2 safe.
Pardon?
Even F2 safe, because even though Bird died, it was because he was hit twice in like the same area.
Yeah, I mean that it's one of those is that no matter what happens, everyone was trying to get out of the way of the first car that spun off, and it was just the wrong place at the wrong time. But rest assured, they'll do whatever is necessary to make it safer. I mean, that incident there, if it weren't for the halo, right, Sainz could have had a massive head injury. Because the on board with Sainz, the Alpha, he literally goes right under the Alpha of Giovinazzi. So if the halo wasn't there, he would have got that straight on his head. But no matter how many times they try and make it safe, it's always the same. It's a dangerous sport, and drivers are going to get killed. Right? That's just part of Formula One and any sort of motorsport, to be honest. Fury?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm looking
And
at
my
a ceiling.
sorry, my phone charging, and when I move it, it drops out. So keep it that. I'll hold it.
Oh, for God's sake. What's happening to your phone, man? Seriously.
My phone battery is 90%.
90%?
Yeah, so I'm trying to charge.
If it's 90%, you don't need it.
I don't want to cut out during the stream.
If you've got 90% battery, how the hell is it going to cut out?
Okay, if I take a charge, it probably cut out before when lap 29. Probably cut out.
Oh, it won't cut out. Mate, look, these races don't, they last under 2 hours.
Yeah,
We're halfway through it now.
a few. That's good.
Oh, Bottas is in first.
Serious?
Now, Bottas is in first. Now, does that mean, is he going to get the undercut? Right. Don't know if Marcus is on mute.
I'm here.
Yeah. Bottas has just pitted.
Well, that's
Before,
good, yeah.
before Hamilton. So, what do you make of that?
Oh, Hamilton normally gets priority, doesn't he? So.
Well, no, yeah, you say that, but
True.
then he
True.
just Bottas has just got usually priority goes to whoever's at the front, which is probably why he gets priority because he's usually at the front. But Bottas has been given priority this time. So race leader Hamilton is in. .3 seconds. Pit stop. Should get
good.
out. Yes, should get out. He's miles ahead of Bottas.
Cold tires though, so Bottas could.
Bottas, no, Bottas is nowhere near him. Bottas is still yet to go through turn 1 and Hamilton at turn 2 and turn 3. So, yeah, I think Hamilton has just copied him and said, yeah, all right, if you want to go on the hards, I'll do the same. We'll match each other all the way to the end.
I think
Albon is also pitted, sorry.
I think Red Bull needed to have both drivers to try and undercut them or something. Try and do something
Yeah, I
with
mean,
both
that's what it looked
drivers.
like at the start of Grand Prix, didn't it? Like, when we looked at the grid, we all thought that was going to be a really good battle. But unfortunately, Verstappen, I think, already had a terminal issue on the grid, which they couldn't fix. and then Albon since then. Yeah. I don't know about Albon, but he's got swamped at the start as well.
Where's Leclerc?
Leclerc, he is now 8th behind Lando Norris.
He has another stop though, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. He can carry on to the end, but he has pitted quite early for those. But then that just shows again how Ferrari are struggling, like in terms of downforce, straight line speed, maintaining tyres. Like, if only that car looked like it performed as good as that colour is.
Yeah.
Anyway, just gonna get a drink. I'll be back in a bit.
Hi, Marcos.
Hi.
Oh, Hamilton in the pit. And Hamilton in front. Hamilton.
Yeah, I think you're a bit behind. Yeah, behind Stephen.
Okay. Who's that now?
What was that? Fury?
No, I was saying that the Hamilton in the pit was in his first place.
Yeah. That was
I'm behind
copied.
you.
Ow.
You okay?
Yeah, just damaged my toe and it hurts.
Ouch. Sorry.
Yeah. It's been like this for weeks. Right, but I'm hoping they sort that out as well. Unfortunately, sometimes if it doesn't rain, it pours.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
But there you go. Right, don't get me wrong. I'll sit there. I've sat there and moaned about it, but in the end, there's not much you can do. Right, you just got to get on with it.
This race has been pretty boring for a red flag, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if Bottas didn't take out half the competition.
Yeah.
Could have been a good race.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually really looking forward to the Red Bull Mercedes battle. But then, I mean, you can't have a go at Mercedes when they've got a car that's just clearly faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
As much as like Red Bull have had dominant years, but even during those dominant years, they've had like 2012, 2010, they were struggling in sort of the race, and they weren't like the fastest car from like day one.
It's the opposite now, isn't it? They're better in the race.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mercedes have been so good at developing a car that's, especially the last 2 seasons, at developing a car that will perform from day one, which is why when they get towards the latter stages of the season, you've got them 2 streaks ahead in the constructors, and Hamilton to be so far ahead of Vettel or whoever's his nearest competition, because that's sort of the standard they've set themselves at since the hybrid era's come in. Actually, Marcus,
Yeah.
what do you think about the new rules for 2022? Because we've got to do it this next year, but obviously because of what's happened with COVID, they're doing it next year. So I'm wondering what you.
It's gonna be a problem with McLaren because they were meant to get the Mercedes engine, and now they're gonna have to get it next year and fit the current car around it. And I think we'll have to get rid of DRS because it'll be too much of an advantage.
Yeah. What I would do is for 2022 I'd hold the DRS for that season, right? Because you don't want to take. I'd hate to take it away, and then everyone struggle to overtake each other. So you leave it in, and then if it's too artificial, then you can say in the next season it stops.
Yeah.
But in terms of do you think the budget caps will sort of help bring the grid closer together?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, even though that is a good thing, it's a bit sad that Ferrari, who have been here for ever, are gonna have less money. But I know that they're still getting the historical team. But even then, I still don't think it's fair to leave them out.
Yeah. Look. I mean, I used to be a Ferrari supporter. I used to be a Schumacher supporter. Growing up, plus I love the color red.
Me too.
Yeah, but I don't think any team should have the right to just have money because they're in the sport.
True.
Whether you're there from day one or there from the start of the season, you shouldn't get a certain amount of money just because you're in it. I think if it does help, I think it will help. Yeah, I think it will help in terms of their budget caps and everything. It will help bring it closer together, I feel. But yeah, let me just read out some of these. I don't know about liver disease, but there are 200 different types of heart conditions and 200 different types of cancer. This is why research to continue is so important and invaluable. Spot on, absolutely spot on.
Lungs as well. You've got lung disease and stuff as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's what transplant was all about in the end this week. We've had, I mean, even the media has just displayed someone having a transplant, and it's got nothing to do with drinking or anything, which is usually I found be the case with the media. But yeah, but I'm sorry, I'm a bit slow today. But yeah, that's the whole point of transplant week. It's also to also make people aware that if you donate, right, I look at it if I donated or could donate or donate whatever's left, I would be living on. it, or at least helping someone have their life, because everyone deserves a chance of life. Hey, Steve, how you feeling? I hope you're okay, and big up to those in the chat room. Much. Thank you, thank you. I'm okay for now. Like I said, I've got surgery on Monday.
What were you studying at uni anyway?
I was studying accountancy, which, to be honest, I really enjoyed, and not just the socialised part of uni. Is I actually did enjoy working out and reporting on numbers, because a lot of people say it's all about numbers. It's actually just looking at numbers and reporting how a business is doing with those numbers. So it's more reports than and writing than actual figures. Obviously, there's certain parts you've got to work out, but
Yeah.
I'm enjoyed both parts of it, both the educational side and the social side. So,
Hopefully you can go back there then.
yeah, hopefully, we're hoping that give it a year. The problem I've got, when a vein clots, you get smaller veins start to grow called collaterals, and they grow around it to get around the problem. Now, usually before, I've never had a problem doing that, but now, and they think it's because I've had my spleen removed, I'm struggling to grow them, which is typical. So we're just gonna have to wait. Yeah, well, there's not much else they can do, to be honest. I mean, Animals were happy to take literally everything out and replace it all. But one, I thought that was a bit extreme just for a vein thrombosis, and two, it was they didn't have the access anyway. So I think the only reason they do surgery on me now is if it was an emergency, an absolute emergency.
Is it risky?
Pardon?
Is it quite risky, the surgery?
What they were considering,
Yeah.
it was more than what I've had before. My last surgery was 18 hours,
Wow.
and I was up in within 12 hours. I was up and awake, because as soon as you turn the anaesthetic off, like 'cause it's usually a continuous drip, as soon as you turn it off, I'm off like a light bulb. Whoa!
What happened?
Happened.
We just stroll. I don't know, but someone's gone off in the barriers. Safety car, safety car.
Oh, not another red flag. Hope not. I think
Yeah.
No, Beckles.
Was it Stroll? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had that new barge board, so they
Oh,
would
hang
like
on.
to see how it was. Is he alright? Is he moving?
Stroll. Yeah, I've just seen a picture of that car's wrecked. I
Again, the halo.
saw that someone go off and dust from the gravel kicker. So I haven't actually seen exactly what's happened. He's all right. He's perfectly fine. But man, seriously, that was a huge accident. Just read out some more of these comments. Man, you're a fighter and so proud of you, bro. I want to donate some. Don't see that option. So, yeah, so Alan, there's the link to the page if you want to donate. Ashley Cole, prop out. Wow.
Wow. Why?
I don't know why, but right. So Hamilton has got a chance to pit as well. Luckily, Hamilton was past the pit lane by the time the safety car was deployed, so it meant he could get round, make a pit stop, and get out in front of Bottas. And we're on Bobble Stroll now. Oh, he just loses it. He just lost it. He just the back end just went. I think there's been a tire pressure problem. Yeah, it's puncher, puncher, puncher at the rear. Looks like rear left.
Oh gosh, that's fucked up.
Now, hundred 70 miles an hour.
This has
Into
been
that.
one
170
very
miles
messy race.
an hour into that barrier. Oh. Did I drop you out there by accident?
No, I went to see if the link was there on YouTube, and I accidentally left.
For what, the Just Given page?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Yeah. He's got another red flag.
Another red flag?
Yep.
Wait, so we haven't had a red flag for like 5 years or 6 years, and we get 3 in like a week.
It's like the London bus service.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa! I think Markin could be in trouble because he was about to go past the pit straight, and then when safety car was deployed, Paul just cut across the sort of hatched lines, which Hamilton did in Germany last year, and bolted to the pit lane. So if that happened to Hamilton last year, where he slid off at the German Grand Prix, causing and then cut across to get in the pit lane, then surely Raikkonen should be guilty of the same problem.
I think Bottas did the same thing, didn't he, as well? Last year at Germany.
Last year, no, that was Hamilton.
No, but they both went off, didn't they?
Bottas went off at the end and crashed out.
I
Towards
can't
the
remember. I don't think I watched the race, but I wish I watched the race. It was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, last year's German Grand Prix was brilliant and then a perfect advertiser of why we should have the German Grand Prix either at Hockenheim or at Nürburgring. I'd love to go back to Nürburgring.
We're gonna do it this year, aren't we? Though
What's that?
we're gonna go back this year for one race.
Yeah, I'd love to see it back. Like, and you love it as well if they put these these races on in the game. I
Oh
would.
yeah, yeah.
I'd love to. I'd love to race this circuit. It looks really good. Right. But right. So we've got a red flag.
How many laps left?
We've got 13 laps
Is there even
left.
point
14, yeah.
restarting it?
So lap
Yeah.
46 to 59. If I can fit it in, if I can fit a 2-hour race in a 4-hour window, then yes, they can continue it.
This is just like honestly, races meant to be like what, an hour and a half or something like that, and all
Yeah.
these races are like Singapore time, like 2 hours almost. Like
Yeah.
all these safety cars and stuff.
Yeah,
Imagine if this was Singapore, it would be like a 5 hour long
oh,
race
no,
already.
if it was Singapore,
Yeah.
it'd be 2 hours because they're length.
Yeah, and then add all this red flagging, you know? It's like going to be so long.
Yeah, I get that, but I'd like to like I'd love to see them race the last lap. Right. I'd love to see him battle it into the last corner. Which is what it should be about. Not with the fact of, oh yeah, we're 3/4 away of it. Let's get it. Let's do it. And I'm sure if you ask every driver on there, they want to get back in the car and try and either win the Grand Prix or get one better and race to the end.
Safety.
Yeah, yeah. But obviously these are why these red flags are there. They're just to make sure that, because if Stroll's gone off like that in that barrier like that, I mean, look, that car is on the left hand side is wrecked. You can see the engine, the turbo, the intercoolers, and if another driver after a red flag went off in the same corner and they haven't repaired the barriers to do that, it could be so much worse for not just the marshals but the driver itself. So that's why they have these red flags.
But there's not a lot of runoffs. We saw that they've been saying it's just gravel. There's not a lot of runoff area, so we knew like a barrier could be damaged.
Yeah, I've always been an advocate of a little runoff, but not massive.
Not like
Like,
pull card or something.
well, I mean, last race at Parabolica, I remember when they made part of that um, tarmac, and I'm like, no. And plus, if you go on the gravel, you're scrubbing more speed off. That's why they
I
were
mean,
there.
I think Silverstone have got it quite good because they've got grass as well. So I
Yeah,
think Silverstone works quite well for that.
the old
Um,
circuits that are the sort of the best ones.
and Monza's high speed though, so I guess you do need gravel to slow you down.
Yeah. So for me, um, the whole point of them um, being as good as they are is that they shouldn't have to use a gravel truck to come off.
It's very expensive, like it's expensive as well to like change it to Mac or whatever they're gonna not tarmac that's, but like change it to whatever surface they're gonna be because it's expensive, you know. Gravel's quite
Yeah,
cheap.
it's like with every year, each circuit goes under FIA inspection for safety.
Yeah, because that's what Imola
Um,
have to do. They had to
is that
change a lot of the track. Imola had to change a lot of their track, didn't they?
which falls on?
Imola, the one with
Oh yeah. After Senna's crash, yeah,
yeah,
I'll
but
get what you mean.
even like last year, it was like the second. I think it's like second grade or something, and now it's first grade for the F1 race. So like they've changed it quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean the Imola, they've got the freeway chicane of Tamburello now, which is where Senna went off. Then where Ratzenberger went off, they've got another chicane.
That's what they have to do
Uh,
at the Le Mans when you know the Mulsanne Straight at Le Mans, the really big
yeah,
straight. They've got they've got a chicane there now, like to just slow
yeah,
the cars down because it's too dangerous.
yeah. There's actually a documentary about the Le Mans crash of '55, where they showed how dangerous the circuit was, and obviously the tragedy that happened there, where so many spectators were killed. But that's why, again, we have these, like the FIA go through these inspections. And if the FIA say we want you to make that tarmac, they're going to do it because they don't want to lose the race. Because it brings in so much more revenue than it does the cost to build to build whatever runoff or gravel trap they want.
But Monaco and Baku are just they're so narrow. Monaco and Baku, it's just
Yeah,
like
Baku I can get because you can get flat out in Baku. Whether
yeah,
it
but
becomes
the castle section in Baku is horrible.
oh yeah, I get where it's got to be single file,
I was
but
literally playing on the game F1 2020 earlier. It's really difficult.
what level do you play on? Like difficulty level
95% AI, but yeah, I
95.
play between 90 and 95.
Jesus.
I'm not I'm not like I don't think that's too hard, and I play with like assists on, so I do medium traction control and anti-lock brakes on. I've only had
Right,
the
I do up to 80, right, and I have everything off.
okay, so I probably would play like 70 if I had everything off, but it's the first year I've actually got the game, so it's a bit
Yeah,
like
and
I don't know.
I've gone a little bit. I used to do 80 and that, but I've gone a little bit under that because I've had a new the esports championship.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the play seat and steering wheel. But
Oh, you've got a setup like a sim.
yeah,
I, I don't. I just have a controller, but I want to get one, but they're really expensive. So
yeah, that it did cost me some of my dad's inheritance. If it weren't my dad's inheritance, I wouldn't have been able to get it. I could only dream.
yeah, well, it's fun.
It,
Is it fun in that way? Like just being
oh,
like
it's really fun. It's challenging. It adds a challenging dimension to it. Like you get the force feedback as well. So if you hit the wall, you got to literally get your hands out of the way.
What wheel do you have?
I've got a limited edition one that came out for this year.
Was it like a, which one is it, like Fanatec or something?
Yeah, it's Fanatec. It's a special edition one. It was only while stocks last. And actually, what happened is they ran out of stock, and I found one on eBay. Luckily,
Luckily it arrived as well.
That had never been opened, and it was the last one. And it cost me a lot. And what's fun? What was the fun part is that you got all the little buttons and switches and everything, like engine map switches and everything, and you can decal it, all the buttons. So you've got like the square, yeah, you got the DRS button in a certain color. You've got the radio button in a certain color, right? So you get to decal it and already. But anyway, Alan, thanks for the link. However much it's little hope it helps. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It means so much to me and the channel and the charity. And cheers. So we are, yeah. Race is going to restart at 12 minutes past.
8 minutes time then.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we've had so many restarts recently.
This is disastrous.
We didn't have one for so many years.
I think they'll be doing a standing start again. And we've got another. Hello, Alan, how are you? You all right? Is there something? There's something wrong with the mic. The voice is quite high pitched.
Frank.
Yeah, it's quite high pitched and very fast.
It's Frank. Stevens. Frank. The Frank. It's Frank. Cancel it.
Try and come back in and back out again. Try to come out and back in.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, something weren't right with the mic. Whether it was just me.
It was them.
So, Jesus, I thought it was Charlie White in there.
Yeah.
It's a shame about Charlie White in last year.
Yeah.
Marcus.
What's all there?
Marcus.
I'm back. I just had to go
Yeah.
and see if
I was just mentioning, I thought I saw
my
Charlie White in
sister
there.
was using the laptop I used to watch the race, and she's still using it, so I can't quite watch the race yet.
Oh, okay. Let's try this again. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? Do you hear me very well right now?
Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better.
Ah, okay.
Did you turn that down a little bit?
Hold on.
I don't want to get copyrighted or anything.
So you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. For now, I can still hear that quite loud. That's better.
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the Just Giving donation. That means so much to myself and the charity. And also to
Hold
everyone
on. I go out, then I enter. Hold on.
Okay. But plus everyone else who's donated as well. Sounding normal to me. And take care until next time. Adios. Yeah. Thank you, CJ. See you again. Yep.
So, am I clear right now?
Yeah, you're fine. All good. So, what do you make of the Grand Prix so far?
Pardon?
What do you make of the Grand Prix so far?
Yeah, Grand Prix for this season, it has been very, I don't know. Yeah, it's not something like something very important, but it has been backwards. I don't know, because I'm oh my God.
So they're letting all that cars go through. Raikkonen, as I said, will be under investigation, and he is for trying to cut into the pit lane. Fury, I'm looking at that ceiling again.
I'm coming. I'm doing.
So,
I am my watching. I'm coming. Sorry.
mate, we've got what 13 laps left. Watch, you can wait till after then, man.
Yeah.
Right, it'll only take about 18 minutes.
True. Coming.
Oh, Marcus has just dropped out. So, So we've got 45 minutes. I hope you can fix that. Right, and join us for the last 14 laps, 13 laps. Right. So it's a standing start. It is going to be a standing start. It's always a way. It's with technology. It only works when you don't really need it. Right, and when you want it to work, it doesn't. But hopefully you can get it sorted. I'm getting the F1 app. Yep. Honestly, I think for £9 a month, it's not bad. I think it's £9, £10. I know it's not above £10. Come on, Hamilton. One more start. Two, three, four, five. Right, now where we go again? Hamilton's got the start he wants. Ricardo's up to second. Ricardo's up to second. Trying to hold off Bottas. Hamilton will get to. Oh,
I'm back now.
Hamilton has the lead. Ricardo is in second. Right, with Bottas third, and then Albon round the outside of Stroll for fourth.
Well done, Ricardo. Well done, Ricardo. Well done, Ricardo. Well done. Ricardo said we finished the top three.
Great starts,
Yeah,
200k. Ricardo,
Yeah.
4.2 seconds. Hamilton, 4.4. Bottas, 4.7. That's probably why.
I hope Ricardo
Wow.
stays.
Ricardo's
Podium
second place.
Wow.
You know, Hulkenberg didn't
And
get
there's
a
a
podium.
time penalty for Kimi Raikkonen, 5-second time penalty
Why?
for cutting across the hatch lines for the pit lane.
Okay.
Crossing
Makes sense.
crossing the line at pit entry.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which is what Hamilton got done with last year.
Speeding?
No, he cut across the hatch, sort of like the hatch lines on our motorway slip road.
Oh,
Right?
okay. What, exit or entry?
Entry.
Yeah.
I swear Hamilton got a more severe penalty than that.
Yeah,
Germany.
yes. 10 seconds, isn't it?
But even then, like like penalties done, dusted. So I think that puts
Definitely.
them
They're
out
not
of the
going to
fight.
change it.
Come on. Hamilton.
You know what? If it weren't for if it weren't for Russell at the back,
Yeah,
the two Ferraris would be out the points.
true.
Wait, how many people are left?
Only 12.
14. 12. Wow, 12. Sorry.
That's crazy.
So Albon trying to catch Ricardo
This was
down with
crazy.
Albon
who?
might get his first podium. This is good.
Yeah, it looks like it. It really does look like it. Actually,
And
he's
he's
all
proving
over the
that
back of Ricardo now.
he's
DRS
as
will be
good as
enabled for the next straight.
Hamilton's going to win this easily, I think.
Yeah,
It's
Next one, Schumacher's
definitely.
record is what?
I think, to be honest, now that start's done, I think Mercedes will just say hold station.
It's
Which I
next
don't want to see. I want to see them fight it, but for a team's perspective, they want them to win the constructors first. Like especially if like the way they're dominating at the minute. If they can get the constructors out of the way, then they can leave the drivers to do what they want.
Yeah, but they basically
True.
already won it. I mean, they're not going to take each other out every single race. I don't see why they're doing this. They've got a good car. You know, they don't need to do this. The Red Bull's so far behind, like literally, it's just Max Verstappen as a driver that isn't making any challenge, which he isn't even making a challenge anymore.
Yeah. Actually, then, would you take Albon out and put Gasly back in?
I am biased because I've always liked Gasly. I followed him when he was in F2 and stuff, or GP3, whatever it was back then. And no, I think I would. I like Gasly as a driver. I always have.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in terms with Mercedes taking it easy, I think the only reason they'd hold station and take it easy is because you've got to look after the power units still until like at the end of the season.
Well, I think Bottas will have to serve a penalty because I
Of
think
course.
Hamilton is just in the lead, so he doesn't have to go on max mode. But I think Bottas is having to at some point,
And
so I think he's
Albon
going to have to take
on
the
the
penalty.
outside. Albon's gonna get on the outside. He gets third place. Alex Albon is in third place.
Good.
That's the first time we've said that.
What?
That's the first time we've said that.
Yeah.
Or maybe when he had a pit
Well,
stop.
no, he was in a podium position in Brazil last year.
Was it second that he was wasn't it third he was trying to overtake Hamilton for?
No, Hamilton tried to overtake him for third
Oh, okay.
or second, but he was in
No,
a
because
podium position.
Verstappen was first, and then it was
Yeah, and it was Gasly.
then it was Albon trying to
Then
overtake Hamilton.
he got a penalty, which then meant Carlos Sainz got the podium.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
How many laps left?
There are 8 laps
I think
left.
I'm gonna watch it later on Channel 4.
Yeah, Russell has just overtaken Grosjean for 11th. Now, can Russell get Sebastian Vettel? It looks like it.
How can a Williams be faster than a Ferrari? A
I don't know.
1000th race.
True.
Leclerc did so well to get into 5th whilst qualifying. I mean, honestly, Leclerc is so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, he could be world champion
I've
easily one
said
day.
this already. He'll win a championship if he gets the car. If he gets the car that Ferrari should give him, right? If they give him the car they should give him, they're to win a title, right? And they were on the same level as him and Max Verstappen. Say he moved to Red Bull and like Red Bull had the fastest car for that season, right?
Yeah.
And Verstappen's and Leclerc's next to each other. I would say Leclerc would win it.
It's difficult though.
Attitude.
He is good. They both are good. They're so close
Yeah,
together.
sometimes Verstappen seems to take a step back and realise, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Right? He doesn't realise half the time his mistakes. Right?
Verstappen
Whereas
is
Leclerc
clumsy.
always looks at himself first before going in and on anyone else.
I think to improve, you have to criticize yourself, and I don't think that's something Verstappen does.
Yeah.
I think Leclerc does it
That's
very
No.
well.
what I'm saying.
You could see that at Baku when he crashed in qualifying in the castle section. He got the next day he did quite well in the race, and I think that just shows that he can improve because he criticized himself.
Yeah. If you can't be honest about yourself, when can you?
True.
Verstappen, he just it's almost like he doesn't want to improve. He just says he's the best already, or something like that. He's a bit big-headed, doesn't he?
Who?
Very very arrogant. Very arrogant.
Anyway, F1 is stupid now. Yeah, well, hopefully the new rules in 22 would your favourite all-time driver.
Difficult question.
That is a difficult question. There's so many to choose.
I mean, are you looking at whole career or just when they were in their prime?
All time. You'd say statistically Schumacher, but you can say that now about Hamilton because he's back to roast all that.
Hamilton.
I would say Hamilton, and I'll tell you for why is that unlike Senna, who was regarded as the number one, as well as Schumacher, Hamilton has always been a very fair driver, honest driver. Right? He's never cheated in any sort of way. Which earns more brownie points than most drivers do.
I think that's fair, actually. That's a
Yeah,
really good point.
Yeah, because I'll tell you for why. I mean, Verstappen has got the potential to be just as good, right?
I mean, he's
But
a bit too. I think he's a bit too old.
no,
Now.
what the reason really gets the really real thing that gets on my nerves about Verstappen, right, is that last year you remember Mexico qualifying.
I didn't watch a lot last year because I wasn't
last
really
year
into it that much.
qualifying, he would have won that Grand Prix if he had just backed off, because Bottas crashed into the last corner, and though everyone else backed off because obviously it's yellow flags, he kept his foot on the floor, knowing that he's just gone straight past him, right? Because the last corner is literally, the barrier is right next to you, so he could see that the yellow flags were there, and he's gone full pelt, foot on the floor. And the only reason he got punished is because he said it in an interview. It didn't look like they investigated it.
You know, I'm wearing a Verstappen top right now, so.
Oh God! Well, I'm sorry, but they didn't investigate it until he came out and said it in the public eye.
Mexico. I mean, to be honest though, did he have like the fastest lap before that then?
He had pole already, and no one else could improve.
Oh, because but
he
again,
had Mexico.
Mexico's got a long straight.
Yeah,
but really long straight.
When he came up to the last corner and going past the incident, everyone else by that point had backed off, right? And everyone had been had backed off, so that meant Verstappen was already on pole, right? So he didn't need to go faster.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but you know, he just wants to be the best, and he doesn't have a good mentality, and he's gonna do stuff like that.
All drivers want to be the best, but there's a way of going about it. Right. The reason also that I'm such a Hamilton supporter, I'm biased towards Hamilton, right? His motto, like "Still I Rise," resonates a lot with me. In a sense, because of the amount of times I've been knocked back and had to get back up again.
Do you think he's the best of all time?
He carries on the way he is, yeah. I really do think so.
Okay.
Because no matter what happens in any form, he's just been able to. He just be able to pull out of the bag.
Especially the wet.
Singapore 2018 qualifying. Look at that. Right. British Grand Prix in 2018. Look at that qualifying. Right. These single laps, you could see him visibly shaking from the car when he gets out. And I've seen that on board, and it's probably still on YouTube now. Right, of that 2018 pole lap by Hamilton.
I don't think he's as good this season.
Pardon?
I don't think he's as good this season as he was, because this year they've got such a good car.
Yeah. But that's also probably and what's been made so great about Senna and his dominance with McLaren, Schumacher and his dominance with Ferrari, is that they go into details and they've been able to improve the car race on race to how the driver wants.
Mm-hmm. Hamilton's already got that Mercedes for him, though. That's designed for him.
Of course.
But I guess that's what you expect when you're seven-time world champion now. Six, almost. Oh, we can say 7, I guess, by now.
We could do.
We could eat. I don't jinx it.
Yeah, I started saying that when I was a kid, when Schumacher was going to get his 8th and his last. And then Japan 2006.
You know,
be honest, as a kid, I was in tears. I was heartbroken.
Schumacher though, he would have won that title. He would have won an extra title if he didn't break his legs that season and all of this stuff.
Well, he would have won it. Well, he probably would have stand more of a chance winning it that last season if he decided not to. Do what he did in Monaco, but it's Hamilton who takes the win. The inaugural Grand Prix win goes to Lewis Hamilton. Bottas second. Albon finally gets his podium slot in third. Ricciardo fourth. Perez fifth.
I'm kind of annoyed about that.
What's that?
I'm kind of annoyed that Albon got his podium now. He should have got 2 by now.
Yeah,
should have got 1 in Austria and Brazil.
Look, I think after what happened with Gasly last week, I think that was the perfect answer he needed.
Yeah, but this will make him stay at Red Bull. He will stay to the end of the season now. Guaranteed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm quite keen on Albon because a mate of mine knew him. Not knew him, but knew his one of his relatives from school. But also, he was born in Clapham, which is where my mum was born. So, and I mean that's where I originate from. I originate from Welling, which is now a London Borough of Bexley. But mum was like South London, and that's where he was born and brought up.
I mean,
though he was the Thai flag. Go on.
he's a driver then to get a podium.
Sorry?
I think he's the first Thai driver to get a podium.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's definitely after.
Well, I know he's like half Thai, but it's still like, you know, it's his nationality still. So.
Yeah, well, I can understand his reasoning for wanting to be Thai if he spent most of his family time with his mum, who was Thai. Right?
No.
But yeah, again, domination from Hamilton. And what I love about Hamilton is that he's not just using the sport to sort of endorse it to try and make it fairer for everyone else. He has said that he wants to see more competition, right? Plus, not just that as well, is the fact that he wants to use F1 to sort of change with, I mean, the whole Black Lives Matter livery and everything else. Yeah, that's it for our watch along today. Thank you very much for coming on, Marcus. Really means a lot that you support the channel and everyone else in the channel that supports it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just leave with when's the next Grand Prix?
It's the week after. It's not the next week. It's the week after that. It's Russia.
It's
Russia
yeah,
2 weeks time. Boring race because it's Russia, but whatever.
yeah, lots of more runoff areas, isn't there?
Yeah, it's
But
not
then
very
again,
exciting.
it was a bit. Ferrari was theirs to win last year, but the strategy played into Mercedes' hands.
It's Ferrari strategy. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I think their strategy has never been right since 2018. It's like since that German Grand Prix, that was it. It's been since then that they've struggled to compete with Mercedes because Mercedes, though sometimes they might not have the dominant car, they have they have the better team and better strategy.
I know that Hamilton hates some of the strategies that Mercedes do because he's always on like the end of his tire. But you know, they win the race.
Hello, it's
Hi.
me. Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Grand Prix today?
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on the Grand Prix today?
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you think what was your standout performance from that?
Hmm.
What was your standout performance of the Grand Prix today?
Okay.
That was weird.
I think we just found our first troll. Right, and it just shows how low level scum you are, right? If you're gonna start doing that on a channel that's trying to raise awareness about liver disease, right? Don't bother me, mate. I've got thick skin, right? I've been through shit that you won't even dream about. Absolute prick. Yeah.
Kind of just ruined that.
Yeah. I don't know, but whatever he is, I don't care. Hello. It's if
Me.
yeah, it's me.
How
What I
did
could
you let him in? Why would you
okay,
let someone in?
no, well, the link for the StreamYard to come on the show, so you could come on,
On YouTube.
was on the video description. Right. Now it don't bother me if he wants to be that low life piece of shit. Then all well and to it, but
I mean, it's been a good stream otherwise, so.
I feel like we boost just said, "You're right, Stephen. He's low life." Yeah, he is. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's a charity channel. That's all it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I could do is if I could possibly
Block him or something?
nah. What I will do is I'm trying to work out how to set up moderators. I'm trying to see how I can do moderators on the. Just give me a sec. So I'm just sort this out right now. So,
It's been a long stream. 2 hours 44 minutes.
yeah, I mean it has been
2
long.
hours
It has
42
been,
minutes.
right. But right, what I'll do is end it here. If you come out and leave now, and then I can set you as a moderator as well as some of these others, so that right we don't get any more low lives like that, right? Because I mean you don't embarrass me, all you've done is embarrass yourself, mate, right? But on that note, anyway, but anyway, Hamilton giving his interview before going on the podium. Arrest the cops who killed Taylor. T-shirt. Obviously, still trying to fight for equality. So good on him on that. Yeah. I will be back with next. I'll be back on Wednesday for the Hot Off the Press show, and then we'll be doing if I can just bring up the F1 app. But yeah, yes. Right, but until then, what I will say is I will be back with the Hot Off the Press show, which is next. Yeah, next Wednesday. This Wednesday coming. Sorry, I'm really slow today. Yeah, this weekend coming is. Yeah, this weekend is gonna be about. This Wednesday is my Hot Off the Press show. Then we've got, as Marcus said, in 11 days to Russia, which is not next week, it's the week after. I'll be doing a live watch along for that. And also, I'll be back with hopefully a live watch along to Arsenal versus West Ham, if I'm not somewhere else doing it. But I'll see if I can get you to, I'll try and let you guys know as soon as I can. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Right, even the haters, nice one. Right, because clearly I'm doing something right if you hate me that much. Right, but yeah, until then, take care and stay safe and stay well.